part of the coach's job is to know the way, right? So if you have a plan in your mind, that's one thing, but a plan that's generated by your students is more powerful. Why is it more powerful for your students to have the plan? Ownership. Ownership, okay? What does that do to their state of mind as they're learning if they've generated the topic? They pay more attention because it's theirs, right? So you get these benefits, right? Okay, so here are your choices.
Subjective, objective.
Awesome.
No idea what it is.
Okay, good, because it spurs his curiosity. All right, and we'll just have a little casual warm up. All right, and I'm probably gonna pull some tricks on you, so just go with it. All right. Yeah, the last thing I want you to do is try to figure out what I'm doing for the sake of figuring out what I'm doing. Come to the net. All right, now, one thing that coaches don't often engage are some of the important learning theories. And one of the most important things that you can do in your lesson is create a low anxiety situation. Because there's this thing called the affective filter, right? Has anybody heard of the affective filter? Right? As anxiety goes up, does learning go up or down?
Down.
Probably down.
Down. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to toss the ball underhand back and forth. Are you a righty? Okay. So we're going to toss the ball underhand. Okay. Right. So now, how do you think his anxiety is after that moment? A little higher than before?
Really higher.
Right? Okay, so now this is a higher anxiety moment than just being on the court with your coach, because you have eyeballs on you as you're taking the lesson. So it takes a moment to just kind of settle in, right? And this is a very low anxiety activity. And then I can go, hey Warren, what is it that you want to work on today?
A shot.
Okay, what shot do you want to work on?
Attacking shot.
Okay, attacking how? You want to attack a short ball with a ground stroke
Yeah.
or a volley?
Ground.
Ground stroke. And so is your ground stroke going to be an approach shot, or are you going to go for a kind of a, you're going to try to put the hurt on someone and then finish?
Finishing shot.
Okay, so you want to hit a finishing shot. All right. So now let's come over here for a second. So see, the first thing you got to do is you have to find out what do they want. All right, now why do you want that? Why do you want a finishing shot? Have you had an issue with not being able to finish?
It just closes out the point to win the point.
Okay, but there was a reason why you selected that. What's the reason why you selected
So I can
to
win more games.
So because you want to win more games. So then, does that mean that you've been losing some games because you haven't been finishing some points?
If I win more games, I'll probably win the match.
Okay, so you can see how I'm not necessarily getting the full clarity of what I'd like to see, but I'm gonna move on from that. So see, part of this is know the way, go the way, show the way, and what I'm trying to do is trying to figure out what's the motive, what's his why, right? And I didn't get it right away. So am I gonna stay there forever? No, I'm gonna move on, and maybe the why comes up and presents itself. All right, so tell you what, go to the baseline and let me know when I give you the kind of ball that you wanna work on. All right? That's a good one, that's exactly what you want. You want it higher or lower? Okay. All right. So now, where do you want to attack? Do you have a favorite place to attack to? You want to go down the line. All right, here we go. So go down the line. Okay. So how was that in down the line? Is that it? No. Oh. Ding, ding, ding. So it's like, okay, come to the net. Not good, he said. So that's subjective. Good. When we get into good and bad, that's the subjective judgment. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift it from subjective to objective. All right, now, why to you was that not good?
That wasn't far enough into the corner.
Okay, so you want it to go closer to the corner, right? All right, now, is that going to be a good down the line for a winner? Well, that's what you think. So you want it here?
Yeah.
Now, what's the problem with this target?
Probably lower percentage.
Yeah, higher risk. So can I convince you to have it here? And then you can call this a lane to hit into. But you'll still win some points there. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So, but if you want, see, because this is your lesson, we could put it here if you want. No, all right. All right, so clarifying what the expectations are. Now, is there a value to hitting the ball there? To finish a point? A drop shot? Okay, so here, let's do an experiment. Go to the baseline. Right? So right now we have this thing where he has an idea of where he wants to hit to. And I'm gonna let him discover something. Right? So now, so hit one here, try to hit one there, and then if you accidentally hit one there, then that's okay too. Here we go. All right. So now, was that a good shot or a bad shot? Okay, and I'm going to say that we want to shift to the objective. So if we eliminate good and bad, and we just said it landed here, and how far is that from your target? How many feet?
4 feet.
Huh?
4 feet.
No. Okay. My arms plus a racket are 8 feet. Okay, 8 feet away. Here we go. Okay, was that further or closer? Further. Okay. It was closer, right? They seem to be coming this way. What can you do to get them to go that way? Okay, turn your feet then. So are you getting, so the angle's getting better? Can you go with a little more length?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Are you happy with that one at all?
It's in the right area.
It's in the right area. So now we have right and wrong. So right and wrong, that is also subjective, right? How far was it from the target?
4 feet.
Okay, so you missed the target by 4 feet, but will it be an effective shot?
Yeah.
Why? Well, it's like almost on the baseline, so it's going to be an effective shot. All right, let's do a few more. Is there anything holding you back from hitting the target?
You need to spin.
Huh?
You need to spin.
Okay, come up here for a second. All right. So, is there anything holding you back from hitting the target?
No.
Thank you. But this is how players' minds operate. They want to go to technique. I'm going to unlocking the power of your mind to perform, and you want to think about technique. So I have to get you to shift your mindset a little bit. See the target? Here we go. Nothing's holding you back from hitting the target. Okay. A little more a little more that way. Okay. A little short. See the target. Okay. You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too. Now, I'm okay with saying I like something. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Getting there.
Getting there. All right. Well, how will we know when you've got what you want?
If I hit it.
If you hit the target?
No.
Okay, here we go. So do what you want.
Okay.
I'm a big believer in that. Do what you want. Here we go. Do you see what just happened? How do you feel about that now?
I feel better that I was close to that.
Okay, see, he's really stuck on his subjective judgments, right? But wasn't
Am I the student?
wasn't that an interesting sort of joy when I said do what you want? Because your reaction was one of the almost like that's a ridiculous question. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
So you never actually said you liked any of the shots. You just said it was better.
Okay, but then so took me a while, but I discovered that if he's gonna hit the shot he wants, he has to know what he wants. All right, now can you indulge me for a second and hit the ball there, the shorter one? But no, one of the most I get these little success self-helpy emails in my box, and I get these quotes, and this one took a long time to catch up with me, but it says discipline is remembering what you want. And the more I thought about that, the more it started to sink in that it's when you forget what you want that you no longer do what you want. And that remembering what you want empowers you to get and do what you want. All right, so right now I want you to hit there. Here we go. Okay, so let's go a little shorter. Okay, does mean good shot or bad shot? Okay, so you think it's bad because it didn't immediately go there. Okay, so I want you to let go of that. Let go of the subjective judgment. It wasn't good or bad, it was just there. That's all it was. Of course there's going to be an adjustment from shifting your target, right? It wasn't good or bad, it was just there, right? Okay, and then that one was here. Is that a good shot? Trick question. Don't think like that. Okay, so you're a little shorter into the end that way, right? Okay. Right. So what do you have to do to hit shorter? Softer or more spin. All right. What do you know about the angle of the racket? Okay. So which of those three do you think is going to be the most helpful to get the ball there? Okay. So play with your racket face a little bit. Okay, now, do you see what's happening? I'm not giving him any tips. I'm not giving him tips. I'm helping him discover how to perform by just objectively observing the outcome of his shots. And even when he was off base for a moment with thinking it had to be spin or speed, and I introduced a third option of racket angle, he very quickly, intuitively went racket angle, which got him what he wanted. So I didn't have to force that on him. I didn't convince him of it. I didn't change his mind on anything. All right, now, did you happen to see when you hit this one where the second bounce was? Okay, let's do that again, and I want you to look at where the second bounce is when you hit the ball there. You want to go back to the baseline? Okay, here we go. Okay, boom, second bounce here, right? Where's your shirt? So that means if you've got somebody here, they're not gonna get that, right? And you're actually gonna have to, you're gonna pull them up off the court to get that shot. Where are they gonna hit? If they're any good, where are they gonna hit? Probably. So you already know they're gonna go cross court, and now look, you can hit a ball straight ahead to win the point on that side. So you have to hit it there to do something good. And so you discovered that because if it's hit an intentionally short ball, the second bounce is also shorter in the court. Let's go back to that target, all right, and let's see if you can hit it. Here we go, ready? There's anything holding you back from hitting it? Right. Let's go back to that target, all right, and let's see if you can hit it. Here we go, ready? There's anything holding you back from hitting it? Right. So there's a thing I do that I call ball marking, where they get to, I show them a lasting impression of where their shot went in relation to the target, and then their brain registers all that, and you start to see a process taking place of a different performance. Okay. So now, so we're starting to see the beginnings of a tightening of a different performance. Okay. So now, so we're starting to see the beginnings of a tightening of that pattern. So if you've ever done art, I'm going to finish with this. If you've ever done archery or shooting a gun for a target, it's a matter of understanding where is your grouping and then making an adjustment to your grouping. And you don't say to yourself, bad shot or good shot. It's just a shot that went there. And I want to learn the process of getting it to go where I want it to go. And you know, and you'll have these reactions when